Let's play Invisible Ink again. So we just did a run on Expert Plus, which is the hardest mode in the game, sort of. It is possible to play on a harder mode, and the way we do that, we'll get rid of rewind, so we'll go on Iron mode. We click Show Settings, and we have a lot of control over the rules of the game, and you can do a lot with this. You can make the game very different. For example, you can turn off the alarm auto increment, and then it's much more relaxed, stealthy game where you have plenty of time to get around. We're not going to do that. We're going to use these settings to make the game much harder. So basically that means moving all of the settings one in the direction of harder. So instead of starting with 5 power, we start with 0. We'll have a 0.5 credit multiplier, so that's much less money. More guards per level, we can't make that anymore. -1 on the KO time, so guards wake up a turn earlier. These are already in the harder version, so the alarm goes up when the guards are knocked out. We don't get to see the danger zones if we don't see the guards. We can't zap a guard if they've seen us, and we have the increased difficulty on the final mission. We will start with 0 credits. We will have less consoles, less safes, and more demons. One of these I haven't changed is the alarm multiplier. This makes a huge difference just going from 1 to 2. Unfortunately, there's no settings between 1 and 2. I've tried this before. It's just much harder. If you put this to 2, we would not manage this on an alarm multiplier of 2, especially in combination with all of the other settings that we've changed. This would just mean, for example, every single turn the alarm goes up by 2. Every time you knock out a guard, it goes up by 2. If Blowfish comes on and you get 3, then you actually get 6. It's just much, much harder if we do that, so we're going to leave that on 1. But this will be considerably tougher than the run that we just did. It's not that Expert Plus is particularly too easy. It's more that the challenge on Expert Plus is in the first few missions. So once I think in the last run we had trouble and quite a bit of danger up to mission 4, and then from mission 5 onwards, there wasn't really any point at which we were in a big danger of losing the campaign. I think once we got to mission 5, it was relatively clean sailing. We're going to play with Power Drip and Rapier, and we're going to play with Prism and Monster.
Derek was a promising young
we're playing with Prism so that we get the power on the alarm changes, not the alarm changes, the power when we hack devices, and we get from Monster we get the discount at the nanofabs. Both of those are going to be important because we have low power. We start with 0, and there are fewer consoles to get the power from, and we have low money because of the 0.5 credit multiplier. So those 2 special abilities will be pretty useful.
Executives.
A lot of people don't like Rapier. It gives us it's like lockpick, but the cost depends on the alarm level. So on alarm level 0 it costs 1, on alarm level 1 it costs 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. So the issue is that once the alarm goes up, when it's really critical to be hacking things, it's just too expensive to be hacking them. But on the upside, if we can get around the map fast, then we can hack a lot of things very cheaply. And actually, because of Prism's special ability, for example, right now, we needed this console to get going, because we need 1 power to do this, but because when we hack a device we get a point of power, this is going to cost us nothing. We're still on 3. So until alarm level 3, so alarm level 0, 1, and 2, this is actually going to be the same as, or better, as lockpick. We have peeked around this corner, but I don't want to end my turn here unless I get a chance to look in this door. So let's... let's get into safety here. And there could be a patrol here. I think we're just taking that risk. Okay, so this room is safe. We did have someone walking around in this room though, so we have to keep that in mind. Maybe I should have closed this door. Let's see what's down here. Okay. We know that there's no guard that comes through this door, so that's important. We'll have a look through here. We'll want to steal from this guard. Prism has anarchy, so we'll be stealing without knocking out the guards with her. Monster has hacking, so we'll be wanting to go to the consoles with him. This looks like a pretty big room. There could be a nanofab here. Normally when you have these two walls like this, it's going to be some device here. It could be a nanofab, it could be a secondary server terminal, or it could be a safe like this. Let's have a look through the door. I think we have no cameras in here, which is good. I need to see where this guard comes up. Yeah. So it's safe for us to end our turn here. Unless there's a camera in... No, I think we're okay. We've got a door here. That's the secondary server terminal. We will want to look in that. Especially once we get to the higher alarm levels, it will be important to have something that will let us hack cheaply, and it's very nice that we've been able to see that right at the beginning of the level. Yeah, we want to go through here. It will take us a while to get through here because there wasn't a safe hiding place for Prism when we know that this guard's about to come up. So we want to hide in this room. I've forgotten exactly where the guard goes, but we know that this will be a safe spot. And we end our turn peeking so that we get more vision through this door when the door does actually open. I think we have peeked with Monster. No, we haven't. There we go. We've got another guard coming from here. So we have to wait one turn before we get access to this door. Let's take the console. I don't think we can get to this safe. I think it's more important to position ourselves so that we can get to this door and back if it's not safe to go through. But we can afford to have a look here. It may be that there's a camera there. If I peek from here, so there's a camera here, but we actually don't need to hack it. There's no harm in doing that because it's free. We get the refraction chamber there. We'll worry about this safe later. For now, let's end our turn on this spot. Actually, this one's okay as well. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think this square is okay because we're in cover from this square, and then when the guard is here, he doesn't see next to him, and this guard does turn around. Okay, we can steal from the guard this turn, but we'll probably be able to steal from him when he's in here. So let's just take a look. It's an empty room, so we don't actually even need to go in there. And we don't want to be alerting this guard at all then. We won't be returning here. We probably won't even need the power from this console from Monster. Let's check exactly the route. So it is safe to stand here. That's fine. We'll rob from this guard, but I might actually lure him out here to do the robbing later. Or we might return to get the console. Hey, monsters. I think he's going to be safe. Let's just make sure, yeah. Okay. No cameras. We have 2 doors. There's also a door up here that we haven't explored, so let's send Prism down to get that. We want to be in cover from these 2 guards. I think we'd have heard someone moving here because we were here. So I think this is safe. Yep.
Additional cameras activated.
So it now costs us effectively 1 power to hack. We don't need this camera, and it's no longer free. I forget exactly where the guard was standing, but I'm pretty sure that this square was okay, and this square. We have a guard not looking at the door. Goes out through this one. So because these 2 doors are next to each other, we can peek both at once. Okay, we do want to get into this nanofab, so let's hack these 3. Those cost us basically 1 power each. This is a locked door, as is this. So this nanofab room at the moment is a dead end, and we have no credits, so let's visit that later. I think we didn't hear anyone walk through here either. Actually, I believe there will be 4 guards on the level and we see all of them. So I think we're basically safe. We can put Monster on Overwatch just in case. Let's put Prism on melee anyway. We've got a safe up there. So especially with the Rapier, we want to be hacking as much as we can as soon as we can. The next security level comes with a double difficulty spike, because not only does the Rapier cost 1 more, but also the firewalls go up, so it takes us an extra hack to get them down. This is the exit. It's highly likely that the executive terminal is in this region, or it could be through this door. We can get Prism through here. This guard comes through here, so it is actually safe to end our turn on this spot. We can take this power. I'm going to peek through the door just in case there's a camera here. We want to take that down as soon as we can. No camera. It's fine. So far we haven't stolen from any guards. We might get a chance to steal from this guard actually after the patrols change.
There's
There's our executive terminal.
They're writing gripping TPS reports on that.
As usual, we don't want to get the executive terminal any earlier than we need to, because when the patrols change, we lose information about what's where and who's going to patrol where. So we'll delay that until we've taken as much of the rest as we can. This spot is safe. Then we get to steal from this guard next turn. I think we know where all 4 of the guards are, so there's no issue of a patrol coming through either of these 2 doors. We know that no one patrols through this door, so it's okay for us to end out of cover with Monster. So we know that both of these 2 guards are at the wrong end of the room. That means we can get out safely. This square, as we previously saw, is safe to stand on. It would be nice if we could stand here, but I'm not sure about this guard's path. And if we peek, then we don't have enough AP, so we peek with Prism. Yeah, so because this guy's going diagonally here, he would actually see us if we were hiding in either of these spots. So I think on this turn we just want to be safe and get over here. We can get these on the way back, or we might be able to get them when the patrols change. That's a security card. That will be useful because it saves us the time when we're going to the nanofab. But I didn't see any other security doors. We don't want to be risking going through this door. So we'll just wait. I think it's actually possible for Monster to get here now. So because of the 2-turn patrol cycle, this guard won't be looking here on this way, and he won't be looking here on the way back. This guy is always going directly. Yeah, he goes in a straight line, so he'll never see into either of these hiding holes. And then this guy alternates between seeing this one next turn and this one the turn after, so we're safe here. And then we can, once these guards have moved next turn, we can hide here. So we get both of these now, that's quite good. Data Blast is nice, but not cheap. It's cheap if you hack a lot of things at once, but our issue at the moment is being able to hack those critical devices once the security level's gone up. So we might actually get lockpick, but we can't afford either of these right now. I don't think either of these are that enticing. That's an empty room. Never need to go in there. This room is also empty. So that's very, very useful information. Oh, this room is not empty. There's a safe. I somehow missed that. This logic about the refraction chamber doesn't apply to devices with more than one firewall, of course. We only get the power for hacking it, not for... I guess that means we need to hack this camera as well. Let's do that now before the firewalls go up. There is nothing else on the map to be hacked, so this power is not going to be needed for anything else. We might as well take this camera down. Okay, so I think the rest of the mission is straightforward. We send Prism in here. We know there won't be a guard. I believe there won't be a guard. We didn't peek. We didn't open the door to peek, so it's possible there's a guard. But I believe there will only be these 4. This door being noticed actually works to our advantage, because
what the?
It distracts this guard for a turn. So it's okay for us to go to this square. Actually, I think the guard goes this way anyway, but it's okay to go to this square. Oh, now it's no longer, because this square is noticed. Okay, that's an issue. If he turns this way and sees us, then we will be seen. But if he goes this way, then we won't be. Oh no, we will be anyway. Okay, that's a big mistake then. I should have stepped through this yellow square. If he ends on this square, then we won't be able to get behind cover except this one. If he turns this way and sees us, then this will be cover. So I think either way we're okay, but it does cost us on the alarm. Yeah, this spot's okay. Yeah, so I think Prism gets seen now, but whichever route the guard goes, we do have cover to hide behind. Unless the guard actually... Okay, that was... Yeah, yeah, that's fine. So if the guard had actually gotten to this square before noticing Prism, or if it noticed her and then ran to this square, then we wouldn't be okay, but this way is okay.
What was that? Investigating.
This square is somehow not seen or even noticed. I'm going to leave this door open because if I close it, I think he'll kick it in. Yeah, that's fine. So we can stand here. We can go on to melee if necessary. I don't think he will come through this door, though. He'll investigate this point. Yeah, so this guard hasn't been brought over. I think we're fine. But let's just wait here, just for safety. Nothing to hack.
Investigating.
Yeah, I think he would have kicked this door in had we not left it open. I might run here. It doesn't really hurt us to be zapping this guard. Well, it costs us on the security level. I guess we don't need to run. But when we take this, the guard patrol routes will all change.
You've got it. Great.
Okay, let's see where. So this guard wants to come all the way over here.
Change up the guard duty. Be prepared for new patrol patterns.
That guard wants to go into the starting room. this guard wants to go over here, and we don't know where this guard will go. Okay, we've gotten all of the safes, we've gotten the objective, we haven't stolen from any guards other than this one, so this guard we need to steal from. We'll get him when he's coming through. Where was his interest points? I think it was here. So we'll get him with Prism when he comes through this way. These two guards are coming up to these two spots, I think. So Prism will also have to be able to steal from them. Monster doesn't need to be around except to shoot anyone in an emergency. I think this guy will actually go onto this square. So this isn't cover. I don't see anywhere which is definitely cover except this one. But that's a bit far away to be useful. We're okay here, at least for this turn. Let's see where he's going. That's fine.
Investigating area.
That is fine. This door isn't noticed, so we can get through here. I think it's actually okay for us to be here. Or even here. Yep.
Looking around.
So this guard won't notice monster here. This guy's running through. His interest point is there. We have another guard. I think we can avoid them. We might shoot this guard now. Just so that Prism can get out here. We have no way to get past otherwise, so we shoot them. We can take the security level from that. We get a demon as well. Oh, that's not a very good one. That's a terrible demon. Okay, we need Prism to zap this guard when he comes through, because his interest point was up here, I think. This guard won't get all the way through this door on this turn. Oh, Prism can't actually get this far. That's a problem. So I think this guard is going to see us. I don't see a way around it. So given that we're going to be a scene, we want to make sure it's monster that's seen, and that Prism either has a way of closing the door, or ideally zapping the guard that sees them. The problem is that when the guard opens the door and sees Monster, I don't think he comes through the door. In that case, it's not possible to zap him in the same turn. But if it's Prism that's seen, then we are ruined anyway. So let's just hide Prism here and then hope for the best. Yeah, there we go. So I think this is okay. There we go. This guard is going to be a problem though. Prism doesn't have any more action points after that. Maybe we should have run. What we need to do... I don't think this guard will hear if we run. That gives us 4, which doesn't get us to the door. We need to run. No, we can do it this way. This guard has 2 turns left, so I can do it this way. We get noticed here, but I can shut the door with Monster. Prism gets noticed by this guard when he comes through. I assume this guard comes through and to this door rather than this way, especially since we've just been seen on this square. But if Monster's able to close the door in his face, then we can probably get out. Let's close the door here. It does look like he turned this way rather than going diagonally to this door, so yeah, he's going to see Prism next turn, but we can shut the door in his face. That's a guard that just walked here. That's a problem.
Additional guard controls.
What was that?
I think there's a guard facing this way. Okay, we have to shut the door in his face.
Damn it, they got away.
That wasn't noticed. So maybe the guard running here was going this way. It really matters. He's going this way. Excellent. We don't quite get out. We have to run. That gets us noticed. We can't afford to run. Hopefully this guard runs over to here and stands on the body. Let's check.
They're down. I'm calling it in.
We can't. We can with Monster. So he'll investigate from this square. But I don't think he sees Monster standing here. If he does, or it's possible he does. I think we have to take that risk. This guy doesn't quite get in, that's very fortunate.
Looking around.
So he doesn't see Monster. Neither of these 2 guards are able to see this door, that is critical. I don't think we are clear yet. We still have a turn on the neural disruptor. This guard will be patrolling this way, I think. I think this guard notices this guard next turn, so he doesn't come through the door yet. So we should be safe to end there. But Monster can't get into cover. I think we get Prism over here. And then Monster here. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Yeah, that's bound to happen. Ah, dear. Okay. Fortunately, this guard stayed where he is.
Looking around.
It looks like we can get
Oh, what happened?
Prism to zap this guard. The labyrinth has ended, which is critical.
What was that?
Zap. We have to close this door. We aren't going to try and steal from this guard, I don't think.
Hey, investigating.
I think they'll be more worried about this downed guard than getting this far.
Hey, you okay?
So it's quite likely that Prism has a clear route through this door, and after that it's straightforward. The spawn points are up there, so they weren't able to block our way out of the level. We're not going to try and steal from that last guard. Let's see what we have in here. None of this is particularly useful to us now. We have plenty of power, so we don't need this. We can't afford this. We don't have any cloaks, so that's useless. I don't think the neural dart is going to be very important. So let's just get out. Okay, we got all of the safes. We stole from 2 or 3 of the guards. There was at least one guard we didn't steal from. We were in a bit of danger there. We should have been a bit more careful. But we survived, which is quite good considering the difficulty settings. Okay.